Hello everyone, welcome to Blueprints. We haven't done 4 videos a day in quite a while, but I got a little bit ahead on Look Outside so that I could play this today. This is basically like a... God, how do I even describe this? It's like a puzzle slash escape room game, I guess? I guess that's the impression I get, where you like draft the rooms that you get as you're going through them, basically. Like, you can choose which kind of room you want, and maybe it'll have the solutions to a puzzle you need or something like that. Seems very cool. Seems like it's going to be hard. I don't even know if it's really a good Let's Play thing, or if it should be a stream thing, but we're gonna do it here, and if it all falls apart, we're in it together. So, let's go ahead and hop in. This has gotten great reviews, from what I can tell, and also the person that made Inscription said that it gave it very high praise, which, if the person that made Inscription likes it, then I feel like I'm probably going to like it. So we'll see. But come, join me as my brain falls apart and you see me make dumb mistakes, because it's a puzzle game! Thank you for presenting, Dogu Bomb.
Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Wow, congrats, grandnephew.
And bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Okay. A year before my birthday, or my birth date. I see. So we get to be a homeowner, but I gotta solve all kinds of puzzles first. Thanks, great uncle. Grand uncle? I don't know what I don't know what I would call it. So that's the thing. It makes me think of, like, specifically with, you know, dealing with like inheritances and stuff. It makes me think of when I played the Root Tree game on stream. Wow, that is an imposing mountain. The Root Trees Are Dead. That was a good game. I played that, and it dealt with similar things, although in a different way. The grounds, and I wasn't really a nephew getting an inheritance in that one. I feel the need to explore. Hello. Anything? No. Should I even be right now? Should I even be doing this? What am I doing? I just started wandering off. There's torches in here. 49. So we have to find the 46th room. So I guess that's where the drafting of the rooms is going to come in. Like I said, I'm trying to go into this as unaware of what is going on as possible. Like a collapsed mining tunnel? I'm trying to go into this as unaware as to what's going on as possible. So I don't know if we're on like a time limit kind of thing, like in, I don't know, like minute or what have you. Private drive. We can explore way more of this place than I thought. God, what a beautiful place, though. This kid's getting to live the dream, though. They get to be a homeowner. My God. That's crazy. That's crazy. A lot of people want that. And it's becoming harder and harder. What in the world is happening over here? Hello? God, I probably shouldn't even be exploring over here. Campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your grand uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu. This can be accessed after picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall. yeah, because I just started walking off like a fool. Didn't even do that. Oh, look at that combination, huh? Combination lock to the orchard, eh? Interesting. Yeah, I just started futzing about immediately. All right, let's get back to the manor and maybe actually, you know, do what the game wants us to do. But what if I could have missed something secret? Yeah, see, that number is going down. I am wondering if it's like a time-based thing or if it's a how many steps I take thing. I don't know. But I possibly screwed myself by doing that. Hello. Yes? Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 step. When you no longer have any steps left, you'll be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Well, I've already wasted a lot of mine. Hello, bust. Another bust. A queen. Diamonds in particular. And an ace of spades, Alright. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules for this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the success of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck. I can't read cursive very well, but Herbert Sinclair? Alright, so yeah, it is. I was wondering if it was like a roguelite or a roguelite, and I'm not sure if it's on the like or light side of things yet, but it does seem like we're going to be restarting each day, basically. Entrance Hall, rank 1. The Mount Holly Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing tab. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can get through a day. Alright, what's in here? Select a room to draft. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. The bedroom. Closet has 2 items, hallway. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird let's play. This is gonna be a weird one. This is gonna be a really weird one. I want items. What do we get? An emerald? A sledgehammer? Can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. God, a roguelike puzzle game is an interesting idea. So yeah, those are the 2 items. It did say 2, and those are the most noticeable ones. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with the gems. Maybe there's like a shop or something I can access? Lavatory, spare room, guest bedroom. Ooh, plus 10? Let's go here. We have to make sure we don't dead end ourselves, though. Let's guest bedroom, though. Because I imagine you can do that. Ooh, nice place. Well, there's no items or anything in here. Didn't say there was, at least. Sinclair. Just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rule of darts to play your variation, hoping your health improves shortly. Don't need to know... Oh god, there's gonna be... I'm going to need a notes page, aren't I? I'm going to have to pull out Old Reliable over here. My notebook with my pen. This is not... like, a little notes page on my other PC is not gonna cut it. So... Do not need to know rules of darts for billiards room. Okay. I also want to put that there's a combination lock. Lock at Orchard. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be a thing. I think. Oh, there's a gym over there. So it doesn't always tell you what's in here? Or does that mean I missed an item in the closet? Because it said there were 2. Maybe the gym didn't count as an item? Because this didn't say it even had an item, but there was still one in here. I don't know how thoroughly I should be searching a lot of these things currently. I also don't know if the paintings are important or anything yet. God, if this is like Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, which I played on stream, I am going to struggle. I am going to struggle so badly. But yeah, there's nothing else in here. No other items. Doesn't seem so. Huh. Interesting. I didn't think it said there was an item there. Corridor is always left unlocked. Interesting. I don't really know how that helps me yet. Does it mean for the next day? Like the corridor will always be here? Prayer bead hands. Crowbar. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Okay. Doors in West Wing more likely to be locked. Okay. okay. This is gonna be some stuff, isn't it? Alright. So we are in the West Wing. These are more likely to be locked. So this is already a problem. Because I'm in the West Wing, these doors are more likely to be locked. I closed off the closet, which is a problem, and I don't have any keys. So... Nook? Okay, that has a key. Whenever you entered this room, gain 2... Lavatory. I'm gonna go for the Nook. Flan? You have some weird art. That is a giant rook. Where's the giant chess set? Give me that. I need that. I mean, it will be interesting to see how I actually perform in this, because I'm not great at puzzle games, but I play a lot of roguelikes. Is the roguelike experience going to help me at all? I hope so. Okay. A journey noteworthy. As you continue your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. Yep. A pad, scrap of paper, perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Yeah, way ahead of you, I think the last time I had to do this was Submachine. Corridor is always left unlocked. Parlor has a puzzle. Why don't we do corridor? Because the West Wing doors are always unlocked, or doors are more likely to be locked on the West Wing. And yeah, I think I just wasted a step by going back a room there. Okay, plane. See anything outside? Is anything gonna get me? No, probably not. Spare room. Spread in each green room. Oh, this is weird. Wait, do we get bonuses for, like, going with, like, the same colors? Oh my god, I wasn't even paying attention to the colors. Okay, candlestick. Staff notice, June 15th. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have been not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period. Likewise, any may draft any staff. Interesting. Is that something I want to know? I don't know. I don't know if that's something is important. Like, what if this comes up in a puzzle? What if it's like, when did Lady Clara die? Okay. Lady Clara Epson died in or on June 15th, 1983. Okay. God, I'm glad nobody can see my handwriting. Okay. Okay. Burp. Boat. Alright. So, if I do want to try and lean into a specific color, like if we can get set bonuses, I guess, we would want to be an orange. So, parlor would go down. Storeroom, I don't want. Kitchen. Food for sale? I'll go parlor. Let's get a puzzle. Oh god, this is going the wrong way though. Okay, so I wanted to connect it back to here, but okay. Do I really want to connect back though? Hello. Pillows. Okay, what do we got? The statement? Oh, not Liar's Dilemma. Not Liar's Dilemma. Oh, I suck at Liar's Dilemma. Give me that. A wind-up key. Component of the parlor game. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it has been quite a while since we had been in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions about that my company is a rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Lowry. Great. Confounding. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false. Only one box has a prize, the other 2 are always empty. So one is always telling the truth, one is always lying, the other one's up in the air, and only one prize. Okay. Great. Alright, how's this confounding game? The statement on the white box is true. There's a second wind-up key in this room. This box and the white box are both empty. This box and the white box are both empty. Oh, this is rough. Statement on the white box is true. There's a second wind-up key in this room. Now see, the question that I have... Because yes, I have a wind-up key right now. I have a wind-up key right now. The question is, there is a second wind-up key in this room. Could that potentially be true, and the prize that is in one of these is a wind-up key? What if that was the case? Because yeah, I'm holding one in my inventory right now, but what if there was another one as the prize in here? There's not like a picture of a wind-up key or anything here to throw me off. I'm gonna work based off of the logic that's given to me in the puzzle here. I do not see a second wind-up key. So I think you are the liar. And if you're the liar, that means you can be telling the truth or you can be lying. This box and the white box are both empty. The statement on the white box is true. There's a second wind-up key in this room. So you could be anything. So... Wait, so if there's a second wind-up key, that is not true. So you are lying. Which would mean you are lying. Which would mean you're telling the truth. This box and the white box are both empty, which would mean I opened the blue box. So yeah, there's not a second wind-up key, that's false. This could be either one. So the fact that it's the statement on the white box is true, that's not true. That means you're telling a lie too, which means this one would have to be the one that's telling the truth. God, I'm gonna get this wrong. I'm gonna get this wrong. I got it right! Ah! I got it right. I did a liar's dilemma. Oh my god. That's like... Wow, that's rare. +1 for each time you drafted the observatory. Well, I really don't want to work towards this with there only being one path. Like, that seems like a terrible idea. Gym requirement. I don't know, let's do it. Roguelikes are about learning. We gotta learn. So +1 something for each time I've drafted the observatory, specifically. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Stars? Is that what that said? Yeah, it says stars. When I close the menu, it says stars. Okay. Okay, we got a globe. Knight. All these giant chess pieces. Single ivory die. While drafting, you may use 1 die to roll new floor plans. Great. Oh, this is gonna be such a struggle. This is gonna be such a struggle. I'm starting to think maybe I should have streamed this. if it's gonna be a very long and drawn out roguelike experience. But I've locked in. Fixed Stars, The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Finnery's Birds and Sons Publishing. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joys of stargazing. Nord Star, +1 gold. The Twins, 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The Slice, +3 steps. Diamondus Minor, +1 gem. The Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common. Apples are extra delicious. Clavis, the key, +1 key. Diamondus Major. Draxus the Dead, dead-end rooms are more common. The Sale, everything is 50% off. Florealis, green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers. Okay. So, if I look in, I will be getting 1. Yes. Oh, I see what's happening now. So I do need to turn it so it's facing you. Yes? No? Maybe so? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so? Point it up. Okay. Yeah, and I'm going to get a specific reward for this. Okay. Now look. Boop. North Star! I got one. I got a coin. Okay. And then if I draft more of these, I can get more of those bonuses. Okay, cool. Let's continue. Chapel. Whenever you enter chapel, lose 1 gold. Den? Storeroom. Storeroom is dead end. Don't want that. Den it is then. We are in the den. Hello. Swans. Here's my gem. What do we use the gems for? Because money is probably used at the shops, but I was also assuming that That would be used at the shops. Oh, that's just barricaded off. Would you look at that? Oh, it's because, yeah, the observatory is right there. Okay. Pantry +4. The boudoir. Do I want the boudoir? Or do I want money? Let's go boudoir.